Well, I've known him for a while. It's not like he's a stranger. I've known him for about like a year.
So you've known him for a year, you met him at a social event, and you felt comfortable enough to fly out on your dime, go to a stranger's house you've known for 365 days, don't know his middle name, don't know his mama's name, and we're going to cuddle up with him, and we don't feel emotionally safe. I'm just saying it back to you so you can hear it out loud.
Okay. I think that I think
Mhm.
that
The last guy that I met was very well to do. I met him at a bar, just happenstance, and we talked. He's very well, very wealthy. Probably one of the wealthiest men that I've
Oh.
have
Are we
met. And he
talking
was
Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos?
one of the wealthiest men that I have been able
Okay.
to, what
Okay.
I say, attract.
Okay.
And but he didn't ask for my number, which I think he had somebody else. I saw a couple of women in his phone, and they look very exotic.
Okay.
So it's like
Hello, Jasmine.
hi, hold on, let me turn on my camera. Turn it on. Hi.
Hi, welcome in.
Thank you. I was on your live some time ago. I don't know if you remember me or not.
Yes,
You
yes.
remember
It's been
me?
a while. Yes. How are you?
So I'm okay.
And hold on, do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
I do. Yes.
Okay. So what's our update?
So our update is I decided that as for the commitment to the club I was gonna make,
Mm-hmm.
I decided to get my life together financially before I commit to there, right?
Okay,
One,
perfect.
two, yes. I met a guy
Before the country
and
club.
huh?
The country club.
Yes, you remembered. Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna wait to commit to there. I'm gonna wait for that.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, I'm talking to this guy. So I met him at like a like meetup event. He hosts like events to help like social events. And so I met him like a year ago. He added me on Instagram. We were talking, and basically like right now, we're kind of talking. I went to go see him out of state because I was like, okay, like I wanted to go somewhere tropical, and he was somewhere tropical, so I went there
Wait,
and
wait,
we
wait,
hung
wait,
out.
wait. So he lives there or he's on vacation there?
Okay, so he used to live here, but he moved
To an island.
to Florida.
Okay. So you flew out on your dime or his dime?
So I flew out on my dime, but we were friends. Like we were just like cool, you know what I mean? There was
But the
no
intention was to see him.
The intention was to see him and see the state.
Girl, you talking about Florida like it's Fiji.
Well,
Girl,
I was
girl,
excited. It was
girl.
exciting.
Okay, continue.
So they, oh my God, they said girl bye. Okay, so anyway, so I saw him and like he took me around, went to like a few dinner places, and he just kind of showed me the area.
Mm.
And like basically like we hung out, but when I was there, he was being really pushy about being intimate. And like I was just like, no, I'm not interested in that and rah rah rah. So we weren't intimate at all because that's not like what I'm interested in doing. So then like I kind of noticed that when we'd go out, he would like walk in front of me. He'd have like a wandering eye. And I was just like, okay, like noted, right? Like noted, noted, noted. So then after that, like I brought this up to him and he's like, "Oh, like will you be my girlfriend? Like I want to be your girlfriend. I want you to be my boyfriend." And I was just like, "I don't think I want to do that. You're having a wandering eye, you're doing all this stuff." I'm looking at the comments right now and they're all saying he's not the one. And this is how I've been feeling.
But wait,
So,
so when did the question about relationships come? Was
like
that after he walked in front of you or before? When did the
this
relationship question come up?
this happened like after. And when he was doing all these things, I didn't call it out. I was just taking note. I was like, "Okay, like that's okay, I'm not going to be seeing him again." You
And
know what I mean?
when you went to Florida to see him to fly out, did you stay with him or did you stay at a hotel?
So I don't want to say that because these people are already making fun of me in these
Uh,
comments.
Okay,
But
so you stayed with him and were you intimate?
no, we were not intimate.
In no capacity. You stayed in his house, you slept on the couch, and he didn't come near you. That's what you're telling me,
I
Jazz?
mean, he came near me, and that's kind of like he did come near me, and I let him know like I'm not interested in like doing that just yet. You know what I mean? Like I'm open to it, but it's just not on my focus right now. You know? And he was, and that's why I'm saying he was very pushy about that. You know? And so there was nothing, I mean, like, we were like close, I guess, like cuddled, I guess, but I don't like being intimate with people that I don't feel emotionally safe with, right? So,
But the
no, we
thing
were
is,
not.
and this goes for all the girls, Jazz. If I don't feel emotionally safe, I shouldn't feel physically safe to be
Okay.
next to someone I don't know. And that goes for everyone watching. Okay, that's not just you, because I'm sure someone else has done that. But we want to also be physically safe because we don't know him.
Well, I've known him for a while. Like, it's not like he's a stranger. Like, I've known him for about like a year now.
So you've known him for a year. You met him at a social event, and you felt comfortable enough to fly out on your dime. Go to a stranger's house you known for 365 days, don't know his middle name, don't know his mama's name, and we're gonna cuddle up with him and we don't feel emotionally safe. I'm just saying it back to you so you can hear it out loud.
Okay. I think that, I think
Mhm.
that, maybe there's some parts I'm not explaining. I understand the concern, but I want to redirect the focus,
Okay.
right? Let's redirect the focus. The focus is that now he's been really like pushing to be my boyfriend. He's like, I want to be your boyfriend. Like, I'm like, okay, why do you want to be my boyfriend? He's like, I want loyalty. I want this. And in my head, I'm like, okay, like, I decided to categorize him as for fun. You know what I mean? I categorized him for fun because I'm like, obviously, like, this doesn't seem like something that, I don't know, I'm seeing the red flags, right?
Hmm.
So I guess the question here is today is like, should I break up with him? Like, should I just
So
leave
you
him?
guys are in
Like,
a relationship.
well, okay, so when I was leaving for the airport, because he brought me to the airport, he was like, I love you. He was like, I love you, and I want you to be my boyfriend. I want you to be our girlfriend. And I was like, well, I think it's too soon to say I love you. And that's what I said. And then he was like, oh, okay, cool. But then when I arrived, we talked on the phone. He was like, okay, well, can you be my girlfriend? And I was like, well,
When
I
you arrived where?
home. When I got home.
Okay.
When I got home, he called back and was like, well, you never addressed my boyfriend girlfriend question. And I
Hmm.
was like, well, I noticed you have a wandering eye. One, two, you're very pushy about being intimate. Three, just overall, you don't seem ready to be in a relationship. And that's what I told him. And he
Okay.
was like, you know what? Like, that's a fair point, but being in a relationship takes sacrifice. Like, his communication, like, is really well. And that's kind of what makes me, like, doubtful of the red flags because, like, we talk through these things. His communication is, like, top tier. So I
So
was just
which
like,
would you prefer if you had to
yeah.
choose communication or actions? Which one you have to make a choice right now? You can only get one for the
I
rest of your
choose
life.
I choose action forever.
Okay. So what does his actions say that his words are not saying?
His actions show me that his actions and words align, right? If he says he's gonna do something, he'll do it. But in terms of respecting my boundaries, if I say I don't want to talk about something personal, he will be pushy about it. And same thing with like the whole not respecting my boundaries about not wanting to be intimate. He was very pushy about that as well. The whole wandering eye thing is kind of concerning too. I mean, but like we made things official like about like 2 days ago. Official. So
So
I'm just
something else I want you to work on, and I'm not sure if you're in therapy, Jazz, and this goes for everyone watching. If someone doesn't respect your boundaries, you don't allow them to push you or put you in a situation where you go against yourself,
okay.
where you betray yourself. And that betrayal is getting in a relationship with him when you don't want to. Get in a relationship with him when he doesn't respect you or your boundaries.
Okay.
But you're not ready and you're still young and you have a lot of life to live, and experience. But one day you'll watch this back and you'll learn. So that's how I see it, my lovely.
Okay.
So
So what do you think my next steps should be like right now? Because in the comments they're saying leave him and rah rah rah. So what do you think? Like,
I wish you all the best, Jasmine, okay? I want you to have a good night. I'm not sure if maybe I was talking too low. I
all
think
right,
I spoke too low just now, but
that's
I
all
wish
right.
you the best.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I gave her a solution. I don't think she heard me. I think I do speak a little low, so maybe it was me. If you don't feel safe emotionally, You shouldn't feel safe physically laying down with anyone. That goes for men and women. Okay? If you don't feel safe emotionally, you shouldn't feel safe physically unless that's your job. Let's say you are a seg worker. Maybe in that case. And even then, yeah, that's why I said she needs to go to therapy for sure. But she's young. And I'm sure she's not the only one out of 1,000 people who's in this same exact situation. One, you don't pay to fly out to see a man. Absolutely not. You shouldn't be paying to fly out to see any man on your dime, to go lay next to him so he could rub all over you on your dime, and probably paying for your own food, your own this, your own that. You want to suck, kiss, do all type of stuff on your dime. Absolutely not. Then number two, he doesn't respect you. You're out in public. I get it. I'm not saying, you're Stevie Wonder. You don't see other beautiful ladies around. But have some decorum if you're with the girl you're dating or whatnot. Looking left, right, and center. 3, no boundaries. He doesn't respect your boundaries. That's not okay. You're saying I'm dragging it, and then the next thing you know, you'll be looking on the news, and it will be a post here on TikTok, and somebody will be doing a story time. I remember when this girl, she went out to see a guy, and now we don't see him. That's wrong with this generation. This generation, especially the younger generation, oh, you dragging it, oh, you doing too much. Actually, we're not doing enough. We're not doing enough. Because we don't know left from right, right from wrong. We don't know basic, survival skills, just basic things. Basic thing, just basic. I'm not saying you can't live your life and turn up, but if you don't know somebody, I wouldn't be in their house. You knew him for a year, Jasmine. You knew him for 1 year. That's not long enough. You knew him for 1 year. And if you knew him as long as you say you did, then you wouldn't have to pay for the flight. You didn't know him that long. Not long enough to convince him to get him to book the flight in the best hotel in the city. You didn't know him long enough. It stings now. But guess what? When she lays down, she thinks about it. Well, whoever else is in this situation thinks about it. It's going to click. You know what? I shouldn't do that. And I'm not saying you can't turn up and have fun and be young. I'm not here trying to be on some auntie grandma time with you. I'm not saying that. But I am saying focus. Yeah, Cortez. This is coming from a man. Cortez says, soon as you get in the bed with a man, all bets are off. There you have it. All bets are off. That's it. He ain't had to work that hard. All bets are off. Soon as you get in the house, soon as he show you around the room, and it ain't much to show around, you spin, you near the window, you spin, you back near the door. If he ain't having a flat, you spin, you at the door, you spin, you out the window. Be careful. If he ain't having a flat. Once you get in that bed, and the little short shorts or the t-shirt that's just long enough to cover the bum, just about. Like Cortez said, all bets are off. And now he got you in the fetal position. And y'all watching a scary movie. And now he's saying, just this. Don't do all of that. Just this. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just the top. Don't put the whole thing. A little bit. Okay. Spare me. Y'all laughing too hard. Waking up the next day, lying to your friend, girl, we didn't do it. No, we didn't. We didn't do it. No, you did. You did. You did. You did. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. Y'all laughing way too hard, see? Y'all getting found out on this live here. Y'all getting found out. Y'all getting found out. Wish y'all, I don't even see you in the comments. Love you, baby girl. Keep your head up. Stay strong. Keep your head up and stay strong, okay? Hello?
Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you like that. Is it your headphones? Okay.
Oh God, I'm so nervous. I didn't think I'd be this nervous up here.
Hi, pretty brown and poppin'. Welcome in. Do you
I just want to say, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Mhm. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Your phone, it was good, then it just went out.
I typically wear my headphones because it's normally
Oh,
headphones.
okay. We can hear you now. Now we can hear you.
I'm 35. I'm a single mom. I've been divorced for about 5 years, and I don't really find myself being approached. I feel like I'm doing all the things, but I don't really find that men are approaching me, or if they do, there's no real follow through.
And let me ask you this. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms? Okay. And what type of man is it that you want to approach you?
Somebody who is financially stable. I am medically retired, I have my own business, so I'm pretty well to do for myself, and I'm just looking for somebody to be able to match that energy. Also, somebody who is very legacy minded, who wants to be a parent, and who wants to be a husband
Who
and
wants to
build.
be a parent? So you want to start a family?
I
You have
have
a
one.
daughter.
She's 8.
Okay. 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 And does he need to make a certain amount of money? Is that important to you?
And be prepared to expand.
He needs to be able to take care of himself and be able to expand. What does expand mean?
He is either interested in investing, he is already starting his own business. Things like he's ready to invest in real estate. Those are things that when he comes together with somebody, he's ready to do. And so I would say, depending in my area, that's between 60 to 75,000.
60 to 75,000. Okay. All right. And are you attracting these guys now? What's going on? What type of men are you attracting?
So the last few men that I've attracted he was working on my car, and it was very flirtatious, and he gave me like $30 off my bill, so I appreciated that. So I gave him my number, and I never heard from him. And then I was out at an R&B live, and I was just there by myself, enjoying myself, looking cute. And he approached me. We actually connected because we both did musical theater when we were younger. And I think he was a little intoxicated though, and I wasn't going for. I was like, no, I don't need any more drinks, thank you. He got my number, and I never heard from him. And then the last guy that I met was very well to do. I met him at a bar, just happenstance, and we talked. He's very wealthy, probably one of the wealthiest men that
Oh.
have
Are we
met. I think
talking
he's
Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos?
one of the wealthiest men that I have been able
Okay.
to, what I
Okay.
say, attract.
Okay.
And but he didn't ask for my number, which I think he had somebody else. I saw a couple of women in his phone, and they look very exotic.
Okay.
So it's like they are attracted, but there's no like real follow through.
But
And I
wait, what happened with that guy? Okay, you saw the girls in his phone and he took your number and then what happened next?
number. He didn't ask my number or anything. We talked for about an hour. I did allow him to buy me another drink. He paid for my entire meal. And then we went our separate ways.
Okay, okay. Miss Pretty Brown, can I see you head to toe? Can you step back from the camera? We're gonna do some level up advice.
Come on.
All right, Pretty Brown. Now you know what I'm gonna ask you, Pretty Brown. Yes. What are we doing about our weight, Pretty Brown?
That normally takes me about 45 minutes.
So you walk 2 miles every morning.
Well, I just started maybe about a week ago.
Okay. Okay.
I am cutting out fast food. I'm slowly working back the bad habits that I had because I've lost weight in the past. It's just been difficult for me like I said, I'm medically retired, so I suffer with a lot of chronic pain. And so sometimes it's difficult for me to remain physically active because of the pain that I have sometimes. But I am working on my diet. I actually have a nice salad here with
Okay.
shrimp and egg and stuff. So.
Okay, so for the next 60 days, because they say weight loss is 90% diet, for the next 60 days, I want you to stick to a clean diet. I want you to work out. And I think what's going to help with the chronic pain is getting some of the weight off. That will definitely help for
Absolutely.
sure. All right.
Absolutely.
And if we want a better result, we have to improve ourselves. I don't think it sounds like you're asking for much from the outside in, from what I'm hearing. But I think you can attract better and get men to follow through. Maybe if we just work on the outer a little bit more. Not saying you're not beautiful, but we know we live in a superficial world, so we're not going to pretend, right? So I would want you to work on that and be more disciplined. That's what
Okay.
I want you to work on. They're saying no sugar, less alcohol, less fast food. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A whole lot, but I would definitely cut back quite significantly compared to what I already do drink.
Yes, please. Maybe only for the weekend. Maybe Saturday and Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that kind of thing. All right? But I really want you to work on the outer. I really want you to get more disciplined.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. Have a good night. Thank you, Pretty Brown, for coming up. Yeah, I think she can do it. You really have to commit. You have to commit. If you want to schedule a one-on-one call, the link is in the bio. Link in the bio. It sounds like she's attracting, guys though, but they're just not following through. hmm Yes. Just work on yourself. And I want you guys to also remember, just because we tell someone to work on their body or work on their weight, it doesn't mean that they're not beautiful. That doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean they're not pretty. It doesn't mean that. Yeah, just because we say work on yourself, it doesn't mean we're saying you're ugly or they look bad. That's not what we're saying.